Extraordinary God, Ordinary People podcast. My name is Ashlyn Everard, and I have a very special guest on today's show, an avid listener,
So true.
old roommate,
So true.
Victoria Heppner, everyone.
Yay! So excited to be here.
I'm so excited that you're here.
So awesome.
As you guys can tell, I'm still not back in the studio yet. We're actually still at the Neal's apartment recording this, but we just wanted to do it in person and not have to do Zoom, and it's just a lot more intimate being able to actually have a conversation in person. But before we get started, as you know, we do an icebreaker question. Favorite coffee, because we were not coffee people back in college until Elise
Literally, Elise changed us in a very good way, because now I think we're both like avid coffee drinkers, and it's amazing. So
it's dangerous.
It is dangerous. It is. I never thought I would fall to the trap, but here we are. Okay, so I have two answers for that. Better Buzz Coffee. It's a chain.
Okay.
It started in California, but it's migrating to Arizona, and it's literally the best coffee I've ever had. It's so good. They literally have a drink that's called the best drink ever, and it literally is. So that's like my favorite drink. But I also wanted to plug a local place.
Okay.
In like West Valley, where I'm from, there's a place called New Penny Cafe.
Ooh.
And they have really good coffee, but they also serve like actual food. So it's like a cute little brunch place, but you can also go if you just want to go get some coffee. They always have like fun seasonal drinks, which are always so good. So Better Buzz and New Penny Cafe are where
we love seasonal drinks.
Literally, thank goodness Starbucks has their drinks back. Sugar cookie latte is where it's at.
And the peppermint milkshakes that we had today from Chick-fil-A.
So true.
So good. So good.
So good.
If you know us, we used to live together back in college, and we would decorate for Christmas all the time. The Christmas tree was up basically 24/7 once it was already put up. Yep. And so we love Christmas. Christmas is our favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's mine, but I know it's yours too.
It definitely is. I mean, celebrating Jesus is amazing, but all the fun stuff really just adds to it. Yes. The trees, the music, the drinks.
The drinks.
The seasonal drinks, the seasonal sweet treats are
not alcohol, coffee.
Yes, coffee, milkshakes, all that good stuff.
Sometimes a peppermint martini.
So true. So true. Little candy cane martini. Come on. So good. But mostly coffee.
Mostly coffee.
And milkshakes, yeah.
But thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for
listening. But can you tell me a little bit about just little Victoria growing up here in the Valley and her childhood and where it's kind of brought you to this point in your life?
Yes, yeah. So born and raised here in Arizona. I've basically lived, or at least my parents have lived in like the same hometown since I was born, which is Litchfield Park. Little plug for that. But
Josh Rojas.
One of my favorite baseball players is also from the city that I grew up in, so I love that part of it too. But I grew up there. It's a really small town. I feel like everyone kind of knows everyone there, and the relationships are really cool that I've made through living there and like going to school down there and things like that. Grew up in a Christian household. My parents love Jesus, which I'm so thankful for. We grew up going to a church. My dad was actually he served did finance and like bank stuff for the church, which is really cool. So he was like one of the elders. That is what he was called there. And it was just so fun. Like, I loved going to church. I think it was for the wrong reasons, but I love the community that we had there. I have friends that I still talk to that go to that went to that church, and just the lifelong relationships that were built there. And like my dad was always helping set up because we were in a school building. So like we rented a school for the church that I used to go to. So we'd have to like tear it down and set it up every weekend, which is kind of unique. But my dad would take me and my brother with him, and like a couple of the other people that helped set up brought their kids too, and we would just play basketball in the gym before church and after church, and just like ran around the school playing hide and seek. It was so fun. It was like, I feel so lucky that I grew up in that sort of environment. But like I said, I didn't really know what church was. I was there for fun, which is a good thing. But yeah, so loved that church, loved that community. Still am so thankful for them. And then the church kind of disbanded a little bit. I know our pastor kind of just went in a different direction with his career, which is totally fine. It was really sad because I loved going, obviously, and loved my community. And I'd say that happened around like middle school-ish, sometime in middle school. And moving forward from there, it was just a little weird because I always felt like that church was my home. And so it felt hard to replicate that a little bit. So kind of church hopped a little bit with family and throughout middle school and high school. And then, yeah, I would say that's kind of like what my childhood is. I don't want to go too deep into what college life was like, but...
No, that's totally okay.
Yeah.
I think, as we were kind of talking earlier, like, the way that our childhood does shape us into who we are,
So true.
just growing up. And I think that just even speaking on how your childhood was, like, I see where, like, the playful personality and just the joy for life, and I think that it may have quote-unquote been for the wrong reasons, but you were still learning about Jesus at such a young age that it truly has taken that into your life as you are now. But when did it click when you were younger?
Yeah, so I think in high school I kind of started to realize my need for a community that loved Jesus. I think I don't know, there's not like a specific situations, but just kind of seeing the way people who loved Jesus acted and people who didn't know Jesus acted. It was like a little bit of like a light bulb in my head, like being like, okay, I need my community that loves Jesus, who thinks the same as me, so we can, live in community together like that. And I joined FCA in high school, which...
I led an FCA in high school.
Really?
Yeah, in Florida. I don't know, but yeah, no, I'm with that girl.
Crazy. Yeah. So I think that was probably like my junior year of high school doing that. It was awesome. There was a bunch of us who were in it, and we would just like meet every 2 weeks or so, and just like did a little devotional. We had some student leaders that helped out with it, so I loved being a part of that. I started to understand like the importance of prayer and like reading the Bible and like just really being curious about who Jesus was, and so did that in high school. Clicked kind of was starting to click, but didn't fully click until I got to college, actually. Going to college was really scary for me because I was still in my home state. Forks up, go ASU. But
you can tell.
Yeah, we love ASU.
We do love ASU.
I was still it was still a new experience for me, living not at home for the first time, not really knowing anyone that went to my college. Like I knew some people, but like at we went to the downtown Phoenix campus, so there was no one there that I knew. It was just a really scary time, and I was like, okay, I want to find my community, kind of like how I felt in high school, and I wanted it to be with like-minded people who knew Jesus and could kind of, just like, I don't think I was doing it for Jesus. I was kind of doing it for the friendships a little bit, and like that's kind of what led me to want to find a group. Yeah. And
I was gonna ask, like, how does your faith in Jesus, even going into college, kind of help with those harder times?
Yeah.
Like, I know, like you said, you were in your home state, but you were still like, we're 18. Like, you're basically on your own for the first time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're right down the street from your parents. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
are still trying to figure it out on your own.
Mm-hmm.
So how did your faith in Jesus and your want to find community kind of help you during that time frame?
Yeah, it was so crazy because Jesus is so funny in the way he works. He, like, I knew in my mind that I wanted to go to college to find my people, and it's crazy because Jesus found me in college, and like that kind of, it's this weird thing where I was like, okay, yes, I'm here studying, obviously want to get prepped for my career and what I want to do, find like lifelong friends, and then Jesus was like, yeah, and you're gonna meet me and your life's gonna change too. So it's so crazy to like reflect on college, because it just kind of like we met at a club fair, like a club fair thing. She invited me to go to group with her, and I was like super hesitant about it, and then I just said yes, and then like met Jesus. Like, that's like a very summed up version.
Yeah, I don't even remember you. Sadly, I'm saying this on the internet, but I don't remember you meeting you at the Push Week events. So I am a grade older than Victoria, and so I had been there already for about a year. Almost didn't come back to ASU, which you guys just found out about last week on that whole story on why I almost didn't come back. But we had these things called Push Weeks through Antioch, and we would try and meet new freshmen or just new students that were coming into the ASU downtown campus, and we would just invite them to come, honestly, to the sketchiest park. I don't know why we even picked that park, but it was like this sketchy park right outside of Cronkite. And I remember you telling me, like, you were on the phone with your mom, and your mom was like, I think you should just go.
Yeah, it was crazy, because in looking back at it now, my mom was like, just say yes, and I was like, oh, I don't want to, like, I don't know anyone, I'm scared, like, little 18-year-old me, like, I wanted friends, but I was also like hesitant about what that would mean. And it's crazy because, like, yes, I was just saying that one yes to come hang out with you, but in the end it turned out to be like an act of faith and an act of trust in Jesus, like knowing that was the place where I was going to find you and Elise and like all of my like best friends in college, and also like grow in my relationship with him. Like, one simple yes really can transform a life. And I feel like that one yes to literally going to play like frisbee in a park with people from a church that I didn't even know led me to like the coolest experience of my life, and getting to meet Jesus and know him like intimately and develop a relationship with him. So yeah, it's so crazy thinking about like just that one yes.
One yes, so and also one prayer. Like,
yeah.
I prayed for you guys. Like, I didn't really have friends that were girls at ASU my freshman year. And that entire summer leading up to it, I was like, I just want good godly girlfriends, Lord. Like, I just want good godly girlfriends. So even one yes from the Lord, but also one prayer, it's so powerful how both of those can combine and how God can just work.
Yeah.
And now we're here 6 years later, sitting in Elise's house.
Yeah.
She's married, has a dog. I'm married.
Help.
We're 6 years older.
I know.
And like, our lives have been completely transformed by Jesus through college and also outside of college. Like, you took that big step and you moved to Texas after college. Did you take what you learned with your faith from college going into Texas and kind of that's what you're looking for?
Yes. So yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I knew that after college I obviously had to make a decision about what life was going to look like for me, and I had 2 opportunities lined up, and it was one of those like God decisions kind of thing where both were going to be great. It was just like I kind of had no preference really. I was kind of like, okay, Jesus, like which door are you going to lead me down? I'm like ready to go where you want me to go. And he ended up calling me to Texas, which was just so crazy. But yeah, I honestly think back to like just saying yes to that one simple thing literally all the time, because that's kind of what, knowing that it worked out, knowing that God had gone before me, had laid out this plan before me, and took everything to a whole new level, like, what's another yes to him? Like, one more time. Like, imagine what it's going to do. Imagine where he's going to take you, what he's going to provide. And so, yes, going to Texas, kind of the same situation. I mean, a little bit different because I was literally leaving the state for the first time. Had no idea what I wanted to do with my career. I just, like, got an internship opportunity that was really sounded cool. I had no idea what it was going to entail. Didn't know anyone who lived there. And so it's a giant leap of faith. And I think I knew that God had gone before me. I knew that he was there. He wouldn't have called me and opened that door for me if he didn't think I was ready to go. Like, he didn't think I was prepared. So moved to Texas, and yeah, it was a crazy ride, learning to become an adult, but also learning how to build a new community, learning how to function without, like, these people in my life from college who, like, kept me on the path. Like, kind of, there was accountability, obviously, because you guys were just, like, a phone call away.
Yeah.
But also, like, being alone is crazy. Not knowing anyone, not having a church was crazy. Like, having to kind of start over while also wanting to maintain that level of intimacy with Jesus, and, like, still wanting to build on that relationship, making sure that, you know, he was the priority through this all. But yeah, just that one step of faith, that one yes to go to a place that I didn't think I would be going, really pushed my relationship even further, learned how to trust in him more. And I think trust has been, like, a huge part of my life after ending college, because I just, like, don't know where I'm going to be led, which is kind of what I think a lot of people feel after graduating college. But having that trust in Jesus and knowing that he's gone before you, he knows where he's calling you, and that having confidence in that is key. And just, yeah, taking that leap of faith with him and trusting that it's all going to work out. So
I'm with you on the whole college thing. I remember my last semester being like, what am I doing with my life?
And why are we expected to have it figured out also?
And also, like, I had the realization that I didn't even want to do what I wanted to do anymore after. Totally, which is another whole crazy thing. But no, I think obedience at the end of the day is kind of what the topic of this conversation, and also just trust and being obedient and trusting him to come back to Arizona and to accept a new opportunity, which we don't even have to go into. But I think that your story and your yeses to the Lord are so evident in where he has you today. And so I think that there's, like you said, there isn't anything for us to quote unquote worry about.
Right.
But we also are human. And so I also want to speak to those people that, like, if you are worrying, like, it's okay. Mm-hmm. Like, God has you exactly where you need to be at this moment in time.
Oh my gosh. So true. Yeah. I think once the idea of, like, I think back to, like, when Jesus was on the cross and he said, it is done. Like, it has been done. It kind of, like, reminds me that, like, he's already won the battle. And he, like, there literally is nothing for us to worry about. But like you said, humans, our minds go so many places. Everywhere. And there's just so many outside factors. But I think that idea for me, like, it really clicked. For some reason, I'm, like, recalling a specific story from when I went to France with Antioch and with the church. And there was just a moment where we were out just talking to people, and it just, like, clicked all of a sudden for a few of us. And we were like, the battle's been won. God knows he's laid out the path for us already. And we can trust in whatever he does. But it's also something that you have to choose kind of every day. Like, it's, you can say it as much as you want, but to actually believe it and walk it out in your life is also a whole other battle and a whole other part of that. So like you said, it is the obedience. It's also just knowing that it has been taken care of, has won. He's conquered death, and we can live in the confidence in that and know that we have been called to something higher for him. And yeah, there's just, I think just that thought always keeps me going, always keeps me pushing and knowing that, yeah, the battle's been won. We can be confident in who we are in Jesus and who Jesus has made us to be, and we can be confident in the places where we might not feel super confident because we know he's gone before us. So that's like you said, like moving back to Arizona, I didn't know if that was the right move. It was kind of like a super time crunch also. Like I had very little time to decide. And so I think just leaning into that idea of, okay, he's opening this door. It sounds like he's calling me there, and he laid the path before me, and that's enough for me to trust him and to go all in with him, because I've seen how it's worked in my life before. It's like, I know he's not going to let me down. I know he's not going to lead me into a place where I wouldn't be, or like where I wouldn't flourish, because he chose that for me. He chose that path. So.
I saw something on Instagram the one time where it was like, you really think you have that much power over the God of the universe to sway the way that your life is supposed to be?
Ooh, that's so good.
And I sat there and I really thought of it. I was like,
no.
Okay, first of all, this is on Instagram, so I'm like, okay. But then I kind of like sat there and I was like, but if you really take it into the context of like you're speaking, it's like, really, like, he, like you said, it is finished. Like, he has already gone before us.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think that he doesn't already know?
He knows.
What this podcast was even going to be about?
So true.
Like, he knew exactly every step. He knows every hair on the top of our head.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like you said, if you felt like it was from the Lord and you heard and you took those steps before, why would he not meet you where he's met you every single time?
Exactly.
Because he is. Even when we're 45 years old and with kids and we're like, what are we supposed to do? He's going to meet us.
Yeah.
Every single time. He's going to meet our kids.
So true. He's like already preparing lives that we're going to touch like 40, 50 years from now. Like, it's
They're
like...
not even born yet, possibly.
It's so true. Like, there is nothing he doesn't know about us, about our heart, about the way our lives are going to go on. And I think sometimes that's hard to realize and kind of easy to forget. And knowing that he knows that it's already been laid out is just like, gives me even just like a boost of confidence. Like when I'm feeling anxious or worried about a specific situation, or how, like, for me, I get nervous about like meetings at work, like how they're gonna go, or things like that. But I think going back to the idea that he prepares the way for us, he's been there already, he knows what's gonna happen, he knows how it's gonna work out, even just gives me like a little bit of confidence, enough to walk in there and be like, okay, this is where Jesus has me today, and this is where he's gonna show up. Obviously he's gonna show up in that room because he's been there, and it just makes life a little bit more fun, less worrisome, and just to live in that confidence.
I think something cool that Patrick had said on an episode beforehand, he goes, ask God to be invited into what he is doing. And that changed my perspective in a way, because it's so easy to be like, okay, God, like, ready for my thing and I'm ready to go and do this, but like, he goes, ask God and invite him into that meeting with you and see how much has changed in that perspective. And so between the boost of confidence and also changing your perspective that he's there, we just have to call on him. There's nothing that's stopping us. Like, he is sitting in this room right now with us.
So true.
And I think that that's really crazy to wrap your head around for a lot of people. But if there is anyone who is kind of on the fence of either knowing the Lord or knows who the Lord is but doesn't know what it means to wholeheartedly follow them, what would you say to them to be able to kind of give them a little bit of a boost of confidence?
Yeah. I think, first of all, like, God is pursuing you, even if it doesn't feel like it. My favorite verse and like kind of story from the Bible is the verses where the sheep gets lost and he goes after the one that gets lost and leaves the 99 because he loves you that much and he wants to pursue you and he's willing to leave everything behind to run after you. And I think just knowing that there's someone that is pursuing you, and it doesn't even matter what you've done. It doesn't matter what you're going to do. Like, he's going to be constantly pursuing you no matter what you do. Whether you turn towards him, whether you run away from him, he's there, like, right on your tail. Like, I just imagine him, like, running, like, right, like, jeez, I don't even know. Like, Jesus just, like, right on my tail. Like, he's saying, like, I'm going to catch you because because I love you that much and I want to be with you that much. And I think just living in knowing that there's someone that is pursuing you and wanting you so badly. And like, I think I can speak a little on this because I'm in my season of singleness and which is great. It's so awesome. But like knowing that there's no one that's ever going to love me as much as Jesus does, and like finding my confidence in that and knowing that like this relationship with Jesus is the most important thing to me, and he's pursuing you, he's loving you, he's wrapping his arms around you. I just love the intimacy of the relationship with Jesus. I think it's just so personal, and like knowing that this is the greatest love you'll ever find helps in the season of singleness. So if anyone is out there like not loving their season of singleness, which I understand it can be hard, just like knowing that the relationship with Jesus he's right there. Even if you don't know Jesus, like he's literally like sitting right next to you being like, I'm here, like just let me in and keep pursuing me, and I'll keep pursuing you. Obviously I'm gonna chase you until you come back to me. So I think that, and like also power of prayer, like he just wants us to talk to him. He wants to know what's on our mind. Like he knows our hearts, he knows our minds, but I think the prayer is so powerful, and like praying with others is also so powerful. That verse that's like, when two or more are gathered to pray, like things happen, things change. And it's like prayer is an action, like it's an action verb. Like yes, it's kind of passive and like you're just talking to the Lord, but like things happen because of prayer. So I would just encourage you to strike up a conversation with Jesus and know that the greatest lover of all time is pursuing you, and you'll never find anything more fulfilling or better in this life on earth.
It's true.
It's so true. And it's
true.
So like he really just knows us. Like he was on the cross and was like, I love you, Ashlyn. Like I'm thinking about you on the cross right now.
He thought of every single person on that cross.
Yeah, like
what?
It's so intimate. It's so personal, and I love that about Jesus. I
needed that reminder.
It's between you and him, and that's like the greatest thing ever. And thank you for Holy Spirit, Jesus, because that you made that possible with that. But
yeah. Like I had said a couple weeks ago, like nothing's keeping you from just striking up a conversation with God.
It's so true.
Nothing's keeping you from praying. Like it's not some special thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, just talk.
Just talk.
Like even if it's
whatever's on your heart,
awkward, and you want to put up a phone to your face sometimes, just pretend. Just pretend that you're on the phone. Like just talk to him.
Yeah.
Because he'll answer.
And he's listening, and he cares about what you care about, which I think is so cool too. Like you, like something so small that you might think like, okay, like the creator of the universe, like what is he going to say about that? He cares, and he loves that you care about that too. So just like he also put that on your heart. So like it's all like in a roundabout way. Like he just loves what you love, and he cares about what you care about. So just talk to him about it and see how you guys can kind of like partner.
Yeah, and he doesn't make mistakes.
Oh, so true.
He doesn't. Like,
so true.
He cares that much for each and every person, even if you don't know who he is. Like, this isn't just for people who, like, were raised in the church or have a relationship with Jesus. Like, he knows you. He knows exactly where you are in this season of life, and he knows that you're looking for something that you cannot find anywhere but him. Mm-hmm. And so, like, if you just do like what Victoria said and just have a conversation with him and ask people around you. Mm-hmm. Like, community, like you were saying, is such an important, and there is no shame. Mm-hmm. Like, we are here as Christians to be able to answer those questions and to give you guys the hope that Jesus has given us at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And so just ask.
Yes.
Literally, just ask. And don't be ashamed, because I still have so many questions that I don't know the answers to, and or forget half the stuff sometimes because I just want to do my own daily life sometimes.
So true.
We're human. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that as an excuse. I'm just saying that I'm learning right now, mostly for myself, perfectionism is not anything that I will ever be able to, and to strive for something that you physically possibly can't do, you always will leave unfulfilled. Mm-hmm. And so is there something that you are learning from Jesus right now in this moment?
Oh my goodness, too much, honestly. He's constantly teaching me, but I think the idea, I wish that I could have control of certain things in my life. Like, I love when I can control things, and I think there's, like, specifically, I'll just talk about my career a little bit. Like, my career path is something that I've been, like, so set on since I've been in college, and I love what I studied, and I loved what I was doing in Texas, and, like, God called me into something completely different, which totally okay, because I'm learning new things through that job every day, but it's also, like, it's hard for me to understand why I'm in that position, like, why he called me there specifically. Mm-hmm. Like, not in a bad way or anything like that, just being like, okay, like, what am I doing back in Arizona? Like, you told me to leave, and now you're calling me back. Like, what's the point of that? Like, is there something else that I'm, like, meant to pursue here? Like, whether that be, like, reaching or, like, reconnecting with other people, or just, like, being back with my family again. Like, is there a purpose in that? And I'm sure there is, but it's, like, it's really hard for me to see that right now. And so I think it's, again, the idea of trusting him and choosing to trust every day, learning that, like, some days there's going to be times where I'm like, yes, I understand, like, you have put me here, and even though I don't know the full picture, I'm ready to serve you because this is where you called me to serve. And then there's other days where I'm like, what? Why? What are we doing here? Like, why? It's not making sense. Like, I'm not, like, necessarily in, like, the specific industry that I wanted to end up in right now. And so I think that idea of trusting, first of all, but also learning to be a light and, like, learning to serve where I'm put right now, no matter what the circumstance is. Like, being willing to find ways to glorify God in the job that I have now, because I know he's put me there for a purpose. So just kind of reframing that mindset a little bit, and just knowing that there is a purpose for where I'm at right now, and just asking God what I can do to help like, define that purpose a little bit, but also, like, just where can I partner with him in my everyday life? Like, I speak with lots of students. I work at a college, so I speak with lots of students and, like, different coaches. I interact with lots of different families, like, throughout the day, and obviously my coworkers and things like that. So just asking and being more willing to bring him into those conversations, like we were saying earlier, and like inviting him into that, and just being more present with him in a place where I feel like I don't understand his purpose yet, if that makes sense.
No, I do. I went to college for sports journalism, and I ended up at a hotel for 2 years.
Girl, here we are.
As a concierge, so... And I don't even work in sports anymore. I work in a boutique. So, like, I understand the want and the need to want to be able to control things.
Yeah.
I am God, you got it. But let me keep that one pinky on that wheel.
Literally.
And if I have that one little pinky on that wheel, I'm good.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. And God's like,
a little bit.
Are you kidding me? Like, I shouldn't say I was going to break that pinky, but like, I will low key. I will do that. And I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, I trust you. I believe. And I'm like, God's like, do you really? Like, we're still having the same conversation that we had 2 months ago. Right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but yeah.
We're in this together.
So, if you are wrestling with the Lord, know that He actually likes to wrestle. That's something I've learned from church in Nashville.
So true.
He is not afraid to wrestle.
Yeah.
And He wants you to, because He wants to not give you all the answers. And you may never know all the answers. And He doesn't want to. But He will meet you in that wrestle. And I think so many times, sometimes you just gotta get it out. And God is the perfect person to understand. It's better to take it out on God than someone else, because at the end of the day,
that's so true.
God's still gonna love you, and He's gonna be patient with you, and He's gonna understand you. And there's just something about understanding at that point when you get it all out of your system that, wait, God's still in control.
Yeah.
No matter what I do, God's still gonna love me.
Yeah. So true.
Like,
so true.
And that blows my mind.
It's crazy. I love that point of like, God is the safe space for you. Like, that is who you should turn to no matter what. Yeah. Like, I'm also the kind of person, like, I hate being a burden to other people. And so I tend to like bottle up emotions and bottle up feelings and just be like, I can deal with it. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't want to put any burden on anyone else. But like, Jesus literally took our burdens for us. So like, he is the one to go to. He is the one to bring it to like you said, wrestle with, grow in the uncomfortability of it all, knowing that like that's how your faith is going to grow. That's how you're going to learn to rely on Him more, is through that wrestle, through that doubt, like through that times of like where you don't understand. That's where He's going to meet you. That's where he's going to grow you into a strong believer and someone with a really firm faith. So I love that point of like
who you're supposed to be.
There. Yeah.
Go there. And I'll be honest, I go there.
Go there.
I have a lot of anxiety. Like, I go there because I don't understand where it comes from.
Yeah.
And there are points where I know that fear is not from the Lord, so I know that it is. Sometimes it's spiritual warfare, but I also believe sometimes it's just the way that we are created as humans.
So true.
And that we do want that control. But go there with Him, because he's met me every single time. And guess what? He's patient.
Oh, He's so patient.
Because He'll tell you over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And He still tells you with a patient and kind heart. And it's not angry. It's not mean. It's nothing like that. And there's people on this earth that are like that, but no one's ever going to compare to Jesus.
Oh, so true. Yeah. So true. Yeah, I love the idea of our God being so patient with us. And like His first response is like compassion and kindness and grace.
He says the first thing, love is patient.
Yeah.
And He is love. Like, that is the first thing that He speaks. I am not a patient person. I am working on it.
You're doing
that
great.
Is where my husband comes into on this equation. He is the most level-headed person I've ever met in my entire life.
He really is. But this is why God brought you together.
Yeah, I know.
Like, this is just another testament of
there you
God
go.
providing.
Yeah.
Providing for what you need to grow.
But is there anything that you would like to say before we sign off on this episode?
I just want to give you a shout out really quickly because I'm going to because I you don't understand. Ashlyn has been such a big part of my life, like literally my best friend, but also like in my faith journey. Like I know I would not be in the place where I am with Jesus without Ashlyn. Like literally like my first discipler, like the one who made me feel welcome in our church group and just like was such an amazing example of what the love of Jesus is. And so and like this podcast is just another testament to that. So I want to use that to shout that out because I love you too. And this podcast is amazing. And I know she's reaching so many people with this and also just like giving the outlet for people to share their stories. So amazing. Like, it's what the world needs. Like, testimonies are so powerful. So I just want to shout you out because you're amazing and such a wonderful woman of Jesus. So.
Oh, thank you. So are you.
Yes. Stop.
But like I said in episode 1, people want to be heard.
So true.
And I didn't really realize that until I wasn't heard in a younger point in my life where I was like, no one really cares what I have to say, but I feel like I have so much to say. And so to be able to full circle it now and God being like, okay, let's quit your job and let's start a podcast and be like,
what? Why?
But the amount of people that I've just reached out, including yourself, that are just like impacted in a way that I'm not doing it, only God can do it.
Yep.
And I think that's the power of a testimony is that he's using each person that's coming on this podcast to shed even a little bit more of a light into who he is in this world. Because we don't have the same story, and I think that's the beauty of Jesus, to be able to use our testimonies for people who don't either feel alone in their story because they don't feel like they're heard or seen, or have never experienced that before and can now share compassion with someone else who is going through that.
Oh, so true. This is a great outlet for it.
Yeah, it is.
It's amazing.
It's crazy.
It's so crazy.
And I get to use my degree, so let's go. Yes. Shout out Walter Cronkite School, Arizona State University.
Forks up.
Cronkite.
You're the goat. We love ASU.
ASU.
All the way. For life.
We won today, by the way. So I know this is recorded earlier, but we won today.
Happy homecoming to those who celebrate a few weeks later.
Maybe a month later, but we're not even going to talk about that.
No worries.
If you guys have listened so far to this podcast, you know we've kind of done some stuff with Thanksgiving and food drives. I have something coming up very special next month for my birthday, which I'm very excited to celebrate and kind of tell about. I wouldn't say next episode, but the one after that. But we are still having episodes on Christmas week. You're not going to want to miss it.